you ever wondered what America was like 100 years ago?
Or how peanut butter was invented?
Why is the sky blue?
Tired of the same boring history book?
Let's discover something new today.
Welcome to Kids on the Square.
This episode of Kids on the Square is called Craft Fair.
Can me and Dad come down yet?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Okay, 20 more seconds, then we're infiltrating.
Are you finished with that can? Okay, I just have to add another rhinestone.
Can you believe how into this Independence Craft Fair competition they are?
Yes, there are kids after all. I remember I worked over 30 hours on a comic book competition once. The Adventures of Eggy.
Right. The one where the lost farm egg discovers a refrigerator and it's like New York City?
And didn't you design and build a full putt-putt course in your backyard with your dad one summer?
Yes, that's where my respect for the short game developed. I should totally do that with the girls this summer. I could show them how to make a windmill from a cardboard box.
Let's get done with this massive project first before we start the next one.
5 more seconds.
Make it work. Ooh, please drive.
It would be super cool if they actually win.
Who knows what the judges are really looking for? They keep the prompts so open-ended and vague. They just say to make something that honors America. I remember last year, Michael.
Who?
The kid in the 6th grade with the great singing voice.
Oh, that kid. Yeah, a little pitchy in my opinion.
Debatable. Anyway, he built a gorgeous diorama of Edison creating the first light bulb. It lit up and everything. Super creative. Then a kid who did a popsicle pipe cleaner Hall of Presidents won the whole contest instead.
They've got age divisions this year. That'll help.
True. And it's nice. Our girls are in different age groups. I think it's good we're doing this little test run presentation for them. That should help with the nerves on the day of.
We're ready.
After you, milady.
Thank you, kind sir.
Mother dear and father dear, please sit here in the judges section next to Sir Quack-a-Lot.
Oh, thank you.
How nice.
Hello, my name is Joanne, and to celebrate America, I am sharing an amazing American invention, the Model T Ford. I made the car from collecting used pop-tabs, and it actually moves when I set it on the track.
Ooh,
wow.
Henry Ford's Model T Ford is a great example of American ingenuity and how we have the freedom to invent. Thank you. Whew.
Wow.
That was great.
Nice
job.
job.
Okay, thanks. Phew, I'm glad we practiced that. But what do you really think?
Honey, it's amazing. I can't believe you did this.
So good. I do wish you would say soda tabs instead of pop.
Either one is fine, Joanne.
Debatable. Is there a part missing? Where's the seat and steering wheel?
Yeah, I'm not done yet. I've been collecting all of our pop tabs for weeks, but still need more. You guys gotta help me. I don't know how many more lemon limes I can handle.
We got you. Everybody grab a lemon lime, settle in.
All right, Carolyn, your turn.
Hello, my name is Carolyn, and to celebrate America this year, I wanted to honor a woman who made the American flag unforgettable, Betsy Ross. But I created my own twist of honoring the flag with the flag-tastic fedora.
Is that the hat you wore for your Rat Pack-themed birthday?
Yeah, and it looks like it's been hit by a glitter bomb.
This is no ordinary hat, for when I press this button, a display worthy of a parade begins. Let me demonstrate.
Oh my goodness!
Whoa, Mom, did you see that confetti? Yes, and that's not all. I will now demonstrate night mode. No way! They're spinning rainbow firework lights.
Should they be spinning that fast?
It's like a laser light show. Whoa!
Careful, Care. Keep your balance.
Honey, slow it down.
Whoa!
Joe, get the lights.
I'm okay, just dizzy.
Thank goodness. Whew, that tumble made quite the mess.
Oof. Looks like this hat has seen better days. It's destroyed. What am I going to do? The craft contest is tomorrow. You could try and fix it. I'll go look for another hat. Maybe Mom's big floppy hat she never wears. I'll go to the coat.
Joe, I think you need to finish your craft first.
Oh, yeah.
Dad and I can help Carolyn for a bit.
Why don't you go run this pack of lemon lime sodas to the Websters across the street and get more soda tabs?
Good thinking. Don't worry, Care. It's going to be okay.
I'm so sorry your craft got destroyed, Care.
Thanks, Mom. If I'm being totally honest,
Always the best policy.
I kind of just put a bunch of lights and glitter and showy stuff, but didn't really think it through.
Phew, I'm so relieved to hear you say that. It was definitely a cheapo glitter bomb. If that hat ever saw the light of day, it would leave a never-ending trail of detritus. I mean, I think your talents could be better displayed in something more thought out. You know, I think I'm going to run to the store and grab some more sodas.
Pop.
I think your mom is the exact craft buddy you need right now. Call me if you need me to pick you up anything from the store.
Thanks, Dad. Okay, Mom, so what do I do from here?
Let's brainstorm while we clean up.
Okay.
Your inspiration was Betsy Ross, right?
Yep.
But you didn't really make anything honoring her or the beauty of the flag.
I didn't want to be basic. Everything is covered in stars and stripes this time of year.
What? The design of the American flag is anything but basic. It's, what do you guys say now? It's an icon.
How so?
Well, for starters, did you know the blue and stars were chosen to represent the idea of a new constellation entering the sky? Like America was this new cosmic star entering the world.
Okay.
And did you also know that there were other kinds of flags before the one we have today?
Really?
Yes, there was the Appeal to Heaven flag with an evergreen tree. It was primarily used in the Navy. The big idea behind it was that the colonies believed the way to success was relying on the Lord and his provision and faithfulness.
So that's why they picked an evergreen tree, because it always stays green?
Right. There were a couple with snakes as well.
Oh, gross. I hate snakes. Is that the super bright yellow one that we see on trucks that says, "Don't tread on me"? What does that even mean?
Yeah, it's that one. See, at the time, the colonies were trying to send a big message to Britain. They deserved respect. And the snake was actually a sign of strength and renewal since snakes shed their skin.
I just don't like the whole snake thing.
Me either. But hey, you're starting to get my point. The design of the American flag is a big deal and represents so much. You know what? Maybe a story will convince you.
I already know a lot about Betsy Ross, Mom. I know she was a seamstress. Historians aren't clear if she really made the first flag, but she sewed a lot of flags and helped with military uniforms.
I'm impressed. But the story I want to tell you takes place after the Revolutionary War, during the War of 1812. After the American Revolution, there was peace for a time. But soon, England started waging war against France. Things got messy, and the next thing you know, England was trying to boss around America's trading again. So America declared war on England. Our story takes place 2 years into the war. Things were not going well for America. The British had succeeded in burning the Capitol and the White House in Washington. The next major battle was about to happen in Baltimore. The British battleships were ready to strike. The only thing in their way was a military base called Fort McHenry. Before the battle began, a lawyer named Francis Scott Key was sent to negotiate prisoner releases aboard the British admiral's ship.
Almost there, Sam. Keep rowing.
I must say, Mr. Key, I did not expect to be in the line of battle when I signed up to be your apprentice. I am drawn towards desk work. I did not think such labor and risk was in store for a lawyer.
Samuel, you're young. This is exactly the kind of apprenticeship you should admire. There's plenty of adventure.
I thought I would be taking notes and sending letters, not boarding a British warship.
Samuel, you must overcome these fears. We must do everything we can to negotiate the release of these men. They deserve to be free. Many of them are civilians and not soldiers. I admit, I never even wanted this war to begin. But here we are. This is one of the best experiences you can have as you train to be a lawyer. Overcome your fears in order that justice may be served.
I suppose so.
Good. Now, I will do all the talking. You must not antagonize the British or Admiral Cochrane. It is critical we get him to agree with us. I've heard he can be a very stubborn man.
Yes, sir, but will you please wave the white flag higher so they do not shoot?
Yes. Now pull closer so we may grab onto that ladder and tie on.
Halt in the name of King George III. Name yourselves and speak plainly so we know your intentions.
I am Francis Scott Key. I am a lawyer sent here to negotiate the release of American prisoners on board. This is my apprentice, Samuel Skinner. We have no weapons and no intention to harm, and seek permission to board.
Permission granted.
Nothing like a British welcome.
Come along, Sam. Grab our bags. Now, we must speak to the Admiral immediately.
The Admiral is currently finishing his afternoon shave. I shall report your presence to him.
I see.
What admiral has time to shave during a war?
Not now, Sam. Excuse my apprentice. I demand to see the prisoners immediately.
Do you now?
Admiral Cochrane?
Did I frighten you? Poor lad. First time witnessing the finest Navy power in the world, eh? It is quite frightening at first. Let that fear sink in, my lad. Mr. Key, I presume.
Yes, Francis Scott Key, Admiral Cochrane. I am here to represent the United States of America and negotiate terms for the American prisoners' release.
Yes, I presume so. Tea time. Never negotiate on an empty stomach. Right, Mr. Key. This way, gentlemen, to the captain's quarters.
Oh.
Please, do sit, Mr. Key.
Is that real clotted cream, jam, and biscuits?
Yes, my personal private reserve for special occasions. Why, Mr. Key, this poor boy is practically drooling. What's your name, lad?
Samuel Skinner, Admiral.
Help yourself, Sam. No need to be shy. We still live in modern societies. Though we are at war, we need not act like brutes.
Thank you, Admiral.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Admiral. Admiral, I am here so that I can...
Yes, negotiate the prisoner's pardon, I'm well aware. How I hate to talk business over such lovely jam. So, let's make this quick. I will release them all to you, Mr. Key.
Really?
Yes. Many of them are civilians, they're not soldiers. I'm well aware that this goes against the law of both of our nations. How I wish my men would have been more aware of that fact, but I suppose that's what happens when you're busy burning down the Capitol and the palace.
White House?
Oh, yes. My apologies. That is what you call it here. A White House. How quaint. Regardless, I am happy to let them go free. Is that satisfactory, Mr. Key?
Of course. This is a most excellent course of action, Admiral, and in accordance with the law. So, naturally, I am satisfied. I shall go report this to the men below, and we shall depart immediately.
I'm afraid you won't be able to depart quite that soon.
Why not?
Since you and many of the prisoners have been aboard our fine Navy fleet, you now have too many details regarding critical information to His Majesty's Royal Navy.
So?
So? What's to stop you from taking your big American mouth and spilling all the beans? Oh, that's funny. Is it one of the prisoners named Dr. Beans? Oh, I tickled myself.
You can't keep us here forever. You can't bring us back to England. You know the law is against you.
Quite right. But you see, by tomorrow, the war will be over.
What? England is surrendering?
Never, you slobbering fool. Tonight, we've set an ultimatum. Our fleet will attack Fort McHenry and land on American soil. This will signify the defeat of America.
Have you lost your mind?
Certainly not. All your colonel has to do is simply lower that silly striped flag and the bombing should stop.
You have no idea how strong the fort is, let alone the men protecting that flag.
Well, let's find out how strong it is then, shall we? Mr. Wilson, ready the cannons.
Yes, sir, Admiral.
There are women and children in that fort. Have you no mercy?
Mercy! The collapse of this fort means the end of the war. I can hardly think of something more merciful. This is, after all, a war that never should have begun. Don't you agree, Mr. Key?
Now, wait a minute.
You may stay above or below deck. I cannot.
Well, Samuel, you just got a first-hand experience in how not to negotiate.
I'm sorry, Mr. Key. My stomach got the better of me.
Never take tea and biscuits from the enemy, Sam. No matter how delicious.
But what can we do?
Pray. That's all we can do. We must pray our flag does not go down at all costs.
Hey everybody, it's time for Summer Stories, where we bring other members of our team into the studio here at the American Mission Center to tell us stories about what summer was like when they were kids, in a time with fewer screens and little to no internet. Today, we're here with Rob Walgate, Vice President of the American Policy Roundtable. Rob, you had a story you wanted to share about growing up near the Ohio River. Take us back to the 80s.
So I was born in the late 70s. Growing up in the 80s, I thought was an awesome time, an awesome childhood. I lived in a neighborhood from the time I was 5 till I was about 13 where I thought it had it all. I mean, the houses were right on top of each other. There were kids everywhere. There was a playground on the other street with a full basketball court, swings that you could climb on and fall off and break arms, and it was awesome. And this playground was right on the Ohio River. So talk about beautiful scenery, right on the banks of the Ohio River. I just was telling my son the story the other day because we were in that neighborhood. I love going through that neighborhood where I grew up, and we're driving on the road that sits, 100 feet or so above the Ohio River. And I told the story of the time that we were going to get in the canoe and we were going to paddle across. I was probably like 8 years old, so it would have been us and the Talking Tim boys and our dads. So our dads were like mid-20s. We're going to canoe across the Ohio River to the other side, West Virginia. And like the teenage kids from the church had set up like a little beach area over there with tents, and we're going to camp out under the stars. It's going to be awesome. So we get, and at that point at the Ohio River, I don't know, what is it? It's probably 300 feet wide, 400, 500, I don't know, it's wide. And we get going in the canoe, and I can just remember my dad and Al saying, boy, this is taking a little longer than we thought it would. They're guys in their early 20s. Think about it, in your early 20s now. They've got 3 young kids in this canoe with them. Well, all of a sudden you look upriver and you hear the horn from the barge. It's coming down the river as we are in the middle of the river. So now the decision has to be made. We going to continue? Now, mind you, the moms are at the top of the bank watching this ordeal, so they can see down the river that a barge is coming. They all had life jackets on, all is well. But thinking back, I didn't realize that we were potentially in a little bit of danger. There's going to be some problems here. But I realized that when you saw, you want to talk about childhood memories, see moms screaming from the bank of the river at their husbands to get back to shore. So we had to, that's what happened. We had to go all the way back. I don't remember anything about camping that night. I don't remember waking up, and I'm sure we cooked breakfast on a fire. I remember that it almost took 2 passes to get across the Ohio River to camp out and have an awesome weekend with our dads.
Well, things going wrong make stories a lot more interesting than things going right, doesn't it? Rob, thanks so much for joining us and for sharing. This has been another Summer Story.
Okay, guys, I'm back from the Websters. I only have 10 more tabs to go.
We can do this. But I will never want another lemon lime soda in my life.
Pop.
Soda.
This is not the time to debate. Mom just left me on the most epic cliffhanger, and I still don't have a craft for the contest. Mom, catch us up.
Oh, all right. So, Francis Scott Key went to negotiate American prisoners' release from the British Navy. The release was agreed upon, but not until the next day, because the British were going to continue attacking Fort McHenry until the Americans' flag came down.
That means total surrender. Yikes.
The battle began. The Americans had around 1,000 soldiers. The British had 5,000. The British shot 1,500 cannonballs at the fort nonstop for over 25 hours. There were so many explosions that the night sky was as bright as the day. The noise was deafening, and eventually Francis Scott Key had to go below deck with the prisoners.
September 14th, 1814. It has been an entire day of non-stop cannon fire. The prisoners are anxious and want to learn their fate. They wish for me to go above deck, but I cannot stomach watching our flag go down. The only comfort I have is writing.
Mr. Key! The cannons have stopped! The flag has gone down!
Sam, have they raised the white flag? The noise has been deafening, but the silence is maddening.
I see something. It's...
What is it, Sam?
It's the biggest flag I've ever seen. Look at those stars and stripes.
What?
You must come up and see for yourself. Look, Mr. Key, look.
Our Star Spangled Banner.
I've never seen this flag before. It's as tall and wide as a house.
It must be 40 feet wide. I've never seen such a beautiful sight.
How do you like that, lobsterbacks? Look at it gleaming. Can't miss that now, can you, Admiral? I guess we'll be leaving the ship today free. Woo! A new dawn and a new flag. Why are you so quiet, Mr. Key? What are you writing?
This moment. I have never seen a more wonderful sight. We must capture this moment.
May I see?
I suppose, but I must keep writing.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, or the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave, or the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Oh, thus be it ever when free men shall stand between their loved home and the war's desolation. Blessed with victory and peace, may the heaven rescue land. Praise the power that hath made and preserved us a nation. Then conquer we must when our cause is just. And this be our motto, in God is our trust. And the star-spangled banner in triumph shall wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Did you know July 4th, 2026 is America's 250th birthday?
Whoa, and I thought turning 10 was a big deal.
Kids on the Square is celebrating now.
We are digging into the history of the founding of America. Look for episodes that have America's 250th in the title.
Plus, with those episodes, you'll find free activities and resources that apply to the 250th.
And you can leave us a voice message on our website, kidsonthesquare.com. Share with us what you've learned about America and why you love our country.
If you do, we might even share your message on the show. But make sure you ask your parents for permission.
The more we learn about this time in history, the more America's 250th birthday will mean to us.
So join us today at
Kids on the Square!
Thank you, Joe, for sharing your craft. And what did you use to make it again?
I made it from Pop Tabs, and it actually rolls.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Woohoo! Nice job.
Way to go, Joe. Way to go, Joe.
Oh, and thank you to my family and neighbors who chugged a ton of lemon lime pop last night so I could finish.
Okay, thank you. You can go sit down now. Alrighty. That concludes our presentations for the age 6 to 9-year-old bracket. We will now begin to see the 10 through 13-year-old bracket.
Are you as nervous as I am?
More. God, please be with Carolyn.
I'd like to remind everyone that if you wish to be a taster for the chili cook-off this afternoon, you need to sign a waiver. You know what happens when Si gets a ladle and a dream. We will not be held liable again, okay? Looks like our next contestant's ready. Okay, go ahead, young lady.
Hello, my name is Carolyn, and to celebrate America, I wanted to honor how unforgettable the American flag really is, which is why I wove a tapestry version of it. Whoa, Ma, it turned out great.
I know, right?
She's definitely gonna win.
Maybe, but who cares? That flag is a winner in my book, no matter what.
I used the fabric I had at home and some spare deer fence wire from our garden shed. I learned a lot through this project. Weaving is honestly simple and fun, and it was a great way to recycle materials. At first, I thought the stars and stripes were overdone. As I wove each piece of fabric into the grid, I was reminded that our flag is a part of our history that can't be forgotten or taken for granted. It is a symbol of our liberty and the brave people who have sacrificed to protect it. Thank you. Go, Carolyn!
Way to go!
Nice work, kid. Great job.
Go, Carolyn!
Nice work, kid.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Kids on the Square. We hope you enjoyed Craft Fair. If you did, please share this episode with a friend and subscribe to our podcast page so you don't miss our next episode. Kids on the Square is generously supported by listeners like you. If you'd like to support this program, you can contact us via our website, kidsonthesquare.com. And if you want a chance for your voice to be heard on the show, we even have a way to record voice messages right there in our contact form. You can tell us what you think about an episode, share things you've learned about these stories from the show, let us know about historical stories you'd like to hear, or even just say hi. You can also visit kidsonthesquare.com to hear more of our podcast episodes and find lots of fun activities and resources to go along with them. And if you're a parent or guardian listening and you're new to the Public Square, we hope you visit our website, thepublicsquare.com, and discover the full host of other radio products we have available. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on
Kids on the Square!
Thank you to all of the voice actors who made this episode possible. Clara, Amelia, Liliana, Caleb, Jonah Jackson, Sarah Jackson, Matt Welch, Anna Welch, and Alan C. Duncan.